And welcome to my show, people. Welcome to Batman Radio. That's right. You're tuned in with your host, the one and only, most notorious, most infamous, most famous Batman. So, first of all, the first order of business, right? Like I said, most of the world, really all of you at this point, are absolutely delusional. Let me tell my honey I'm live. Hold on. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Hold on, I'm finishing my lollipop. Yum, 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 yum. Today we are chilling. Batman has been working too hard, and Batman is retired. Not from being Batman, though, obviously. Like I said, how are all of you peasants doing today? Hopefully, you commoners are having an okay day. Way down there, way below me, in Poverty Land and Povertyville. How are things going in Poverty Land? Can you tell me? Please do. But like I said, the royalty that I am, I can't be seen talking to the likes of most of you because I'm too high class. Right, hold on. Cherry lollipops are delicious. Yes, they are. So you got you got one guy trying to live in a roach motel for, I guess, forever. I mean, y'all keep listening to these people on YouTube, bro. You're gonna end up in the same predicament as all of them. Do y'all want to live in a roach motel forever? Just asking serious question. I mean, is that what you want to do? Seriously. I mean, is that what we're doing now? Is that the goal? Is that the thing to do? I think I'm gonna get in the shade here. Hold on. But yeah, I mean, you got one dude living in a roach motel. Okay, living in a roach motel forever with nothing going for him. Like literally, absolutely nothing going for him. None of these people really know how to build anything of any value or any worth. Anything of value takes sacrifice. And, it's just so crazy, man, to me how people run their mouth, especially strangers, when they never know what they're talking about. Have y'all ever noticed that? None of them. They never know what they're talking about. They got their own problems to worry about. Just the things that people say, it's just it's a waste of time. That's why I pretty much just stay away from all of you because, like I said, especially so-called women. So-called women, oh, y'all are so delusional. It's unbelievable. I mean, like I said, you have no concept of reality, and I'll continue to talk about it all day, every day, and reinforce it because, well, nobody can do anything about it because it's the truth. You understand? Y'all will say things that are just absolutely comical and hilarious. That's just the honest truth, you know. And like I said, they say things that don't really make any sense. You know, they have a habit of doing this. It's not like something new. It's kind of always been like that, you know. And I mean, when you could just look at them and look at all the things that you do, like to think that you wouldn't you know, when people try to play God, and especially most so-called women, they try to play God, do they not? I mean, how would you not expect karma to be real or karma to be had or to come, I mean, especially from God. I mean, it's just common sense, bro. Like, y'all take free will to another level. Y'all just think that you can do whatever you want and say whatever you want. And I just think it's so funny because the things they say, like I said, they never make any coherent sense ever. Um, me personally, I think it's pretty silly. I'm gonna put this right here until I get done. But I mean, I don't know what else to tell you, man. I mean, if y'all ain't learned by now, clearly you're never gonna learn. Clearly you're never gonna get it. Clearly you're never going to understand reality. How does the sun like come out 1 second, then I move, and then it looks like it's like not there anymore? That's weird. But yeah, like I said, I don't know if I'm maybe taking a little break. I don't know how long. I'm pretty tired, man. I mean, I basically accomplished all my goals. In case people were wondering, in case you didn't understand, I mean, the last training session I did was incredible. It's absolutely incredible, and I'm doing full lifts. I was able to hold it. Just very proud of myself, man. Like I said, that stuff is kind of similar to gymnastics. I don't know which is technically harder, but I don't know which one makes you stronger. But I just know that they do say that there's no bounce in the bars, so it's one of the key differences in it. Um, yeah, let me go ahead and just move right here. Hold on. But yeah, I mean, it just seems like people have so much to say, and it just seems like a lot of you, that's all that you really do. Just talk smack that you're not about, and talk smack that doesn't even exist, and isn't even really talking smack if you want to get realistic. But um, yeah, none of you really make any sense. I mean, that's why I don't know what people expect. What do you expect me to do? Come on here and entertain you? I don't need to. See, that's the point. I could literally just sit here and say nothing. I'm gonna get paid either way. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I could say it's not much. I mean, I could say that they don't pay well, but I mean, I made consistent checks this entire what, like 2 years? You know what I mean? I mean, I worked hard as hell to build this. Like, it's gone pretty well, man. It's gotten me by. Like I said, I got stuff I got to pay. I got a lot that going on, a lot that I do. You know what I mean? All part of being wealthy. Um, just the things that people say, man, they're just hilarious to me. You know, like, do you realize that every celebrity is poor? Every single one of them, and none of them are actual real celebrities. They're just actual like homeless individuals that are riding my coattail, and they've been harvesting my energy since the beginning of time. All of them, all of these people have been trying to copy my energy, mm, my entire life. So that's what's so funny is these people have tried to make a living off of my energy, my name forever, and the truth is coming out. The truth is coming out. The crimes that these people committed, the atrocities, just how vile and disgusting they all are. Um, the P Diddy thing, I saw one of these dudes. They so desperate on here, man, talking about uh, Trump saying he's going to pardon Diddy. First of all, that's impossible. That's not how the law works. That's just not how it works. You can't just say, "Oh, you're exonerated of your crimes." So I don't know what you're talking about because that's just oop. Here we go again. I move and then the sun comes out again. Just don't make no sense. But people just entertain nonsense. Okay, that's the common thing that I've noticed. People entertain nonsense mainly to coax their own ego. They want to be coddled on here, and they want to be told a reality that doesn't exist. It's like people want to talk about money. Well, you don't want to talk about all the things I've been through. You don't want to talk about the reality of how much money I've made and spent. So what's the point of opening your mouth and speaking at all? That's why I give nobody a voice anymore and never will again, because I'm sick of it. I mean, if y'all ain't going to be mature grown adults and talk to me as who I am, I mean, why would I speak to you at all? Why would I let you talk if people forever have tried to silence me and don't want to let me talk? If people are trying to role reverse a conflict that everybody else started and I finished and I won, how does that make sense? Like I said, I'm the hero here. I'm the good, righteous man. It has never changed. I'm the brave heart, and you're all the cowards. The truth is already exposed. There's no point in typing anything. There's no way to fake talk or talk around it. You lost, and you have to acknowledge reality. You don't have a choice. It's been like that for decades, bro. Like I said, people like that, they lost day one, and there was never anything to lose because we were never in a back and forth. I don't know what people are talking about. Like I said, people said something my direction online. I made one show, put them in their place. We won, and they were supposed to walk away. That was it. I don't know what all that other nonsense is, but man, all you've done is help me. You know what I'm saying? It's funny when enemies help you, when that's the last thing they want to do, right? And they end up helping you. You feel me? They end up literally helping you to to succeed more. You know, like I said, I'm not just surviving, I'm thriving. I've already figured out inflation more so than any of you, how to deal with it properly, right? Because that's what you have to do. You have to be realistic no matter what. Y'all talk about money, but you have a weird relationship with it clearly because you talk about it in unrealistic terms. Like I said, what I see is a lot of people like that Roach Motel dude that when they don't get their way, they throw hissy fits and tantrums. It's pretty much all y'all do and all y'all are. We got 16 in the box. Let's see if y'all can share the show. Share the show out. Let's see if we can get 1,000 viewers in here today because I can guarantee you every live stream I used to do was averaging over 2,000 views on a suppressed platform where they were changing the numbers in front of me. That means every one of these live streams is averaging about 5,000 plus views realistically. I guarantee you. There's tons of people listening to me. So don't worry about the numbers on here. That's why all y'all ask the same question. Oh, what happened to the scooter, dude? That was a year ago. Are you serious right now? That was in like an entire year ago. What is a year like? Do you understand how brainwashed and slow people are? What does a year ago have to do with the now? That's what's weird. People want me to pretend with them. No, like y'all ask silly questions. You ask questions that you shouldn't be asking. You know damn well you shouldn't be asking. You should mind your business. It's none of your business. Like it's a normal reaction, bro. What do you mean? I'm supposed to fall in line with y'all's little fake society? But what? Like what? It's like out here, like I said, these people they put money in their own pocket. They don't do nothing for me. Like what? When's the last time you said, "Hey, yo, come work with us"? Because y'all really ain't even doing work. You're doing super easy stuff that doesn't come close to my training I do almost every day, right? Why don't you say, "Hey, yo, like you deserve some money too, white boy. How about you come work with us and just do a little bit of this and we'll pay you something?" Has that happened once? Okay, cool. Then I'm not out of line for saying it's complete discrimination every single day. It's the attitude of the valley, and they try to normalize it, and it's corny. Then they got the nerve and audacity to ask me personal questions that are none of your business. How does that make sense? I'm not from here, bro. I ain't down with none of y'all and down with nothing you doing. I'm gonna talk about you right in front of your face, and you'll do nothing about it. You'll do nothing. What? Huh. You feel me? And I'm a man. I stand on my own too. Like what? I don't run nobody for my problems. Like I said, anything I gotta say, I stand on. It's just funny, man. I could care less about the valley, bro, because I'm a living legend. Like I said, I have my eyes on New York, man. I want to take over New York in my sleep. It'll be easy for me to take over New York. I promise you, like I said, I was already running dudes off blocks out there. I was all through New York City, all through Albany. I went to different boroughs. I walked right through Jamaica, Queens, right down the street by myself because it was just something I wanted to do for me and say I did it, but it wasn't to brag or for anyone else. It was just, a badge of honor for me. And I went right there. I walked, I swear to you, I parked, I walked right up to people will know what I'm saying and know I'm not lying. I walked right up to the mural of Tupac and Biggie. Okay. And I was looking at it, checking it out. This was before like YouTube times, though, or before I was really doing YouTube, or making any money on it, of course. People said I was on this network for a long time. My channel is pretty fresh, man. You can go look at the date. It hasn't been that many years since I started this channel, so that's another lie. No, I was on YouTube having fun forever. I was on YouTube, doing my thing, doing what I'm supposed to do. But anything else? No, nothing else ever happened. I don't know what you're talking about again. You know what I'm saying? People want to tell my story for me. It seems to be a bad habit that people have. I'm not going to let nobody tell my story for me. You couldn't because you don't know it, because you ain't been here. You're not around me. What are you talking about, bro? Like I said, people are silly, man. You got a silly world that just is mad at people who actually succeed. Like you gotta understand, like, conversation, they feel like it's something that matters. It really don't matter, but it's something that you should stray away from. Like real celebrities, they're gonna stay away from conversations completely. I'm not even talking just small talk. Like there's no talking involved. We don't need to talk to anyone at this point. We made it. Like I said, if I talk to you, I'm being nice. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. I ain't got nothing to say to y'all, no reason to talk to y'all. We ain't got nothing to talk about. You below me, all y'all, and it is what it is, man. And you always gonna be below me. Y'all could work every day, bro. You could work every day. Y'all don't work. Y'all call stuff work that ain't work. It's easy. That's number one. That's first issue. Number two, like I said, I'm telling you, they don't even work. All that stuff is free. That's just free money, bro. The stuff y'all do, anybody could do, bro. Like, I just don't get that. I don't get how people will sit there. They got like this weird plastered look on their face, like a smirk on their, like they don't get it, like a smirk on their face, like something confusing. So it's confusing that I'm the strongest man in the world. Hmm. Okay. I think it's confusing that you got a bunch of people that don't understand what country they're in. I think that part is confusing to me. I think that's funny when you've got an entire, valley and a world that's completely backwards. Y'all think backwards because, well, the truth is that's what Satan taught you because all y'all are worshiping him. Last I checked. What are you talking about? It's just a world of people that make no sense. Listen, homie, I've worked my entire life, bro. I've been on my own since I was 16. I was a multimillionaire when I got out of high school. I had a 4.2 GPA, top 10 in my class, diploma, distinction they had to give me, okay? I had chicks who were pissed off because I changed high schools and they had to rate me, okay? They had to rate me in the give me a rating basically in the what do you call it? My ranking for the being in the top 10 or whatever. So they told me like, yeah, you're top 10. They said don't worry about the list. The list is going to say whatever for now until we update it. But they said like you actually are in the top 10. I forget what number, but it was almost number 1. It was really high. Okay. And that means in the whole high school. But like I had to move high schools because the same thing, politics and sports, right? And that's what I'm saying. The minute you try to talk, you got these narcs, they want to change your story. Everything in my story was a positive. I would never let nobody interrupt me while I'm talking. I don't care where I'm at, or try to tell my story for me, or tell me much less anything. And people know what it is. But like I said, I had a chick, man, she was flipping, bro. She was pissed as can be when I told her that because they were talking about rankings at the table, and I was like in this art class or something that I'm just doing, because I have to. It's part of the curriculum and to pass the time. There was like this fake wannabe snob white dude. I remember he would drive like a Benz or a BMW, and he thought he was it out there in Miami because I finished high school in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Just dudes like that are funny, man. Like the dude was shorter than me, like taller than you, Like he was all right. He was cool to hang out with, but he would talk a lot of smack. He would talk above his head, and but I learned things from him. I learned things from everybody I ever came up around. I had dudes in that class trying to try me, and then like they figured out real quick, like, yeah, he really doesn't back down and doesn't care, and he's really a tough dude. Because it was a public school, man. I went to Felix Varela High in Miami in Dade County. Like, y'all be talking about Dade County, all you people in Dade County. I run Dade County, bro. Like, literally run Dade County. I don't know the people who say, like, the people I see on here on YouTube who say they from Dade. I've never seen you, and some of them they look slightly familiar. Like I might have come across them once or twice. They some very different individuals in reality than the way they try to act online. But you can see that in 5 seconds anyway, if you can think. You know what I mean? Because in reality, they super soft and they very nice and polite people. You know what I mean? So it's like, I mean, I remember we went to the convention. It was funny because all the chicks at the convention, literally, when I walked in and I was just walking around, I swear to you, I'm not making this up. They were all like, "It's Brad Pitt," and but like really like going crazy. And I told you all this when I was younger. I used to have like buses of chicks like lose their mind over me. Like literally, like, oh, he's so cute. Like they think I either look like Eminem or they think I look like Brad Pitt. I couldn't even drive anywhere or go anywhere without chicks. I'm talking, it would be like busloads of chicks just going crazy, like going ape, going ham. I'm not joking. Like they would lose their mind when they saw me. And I mean, I guess just because I'm good looking, you know what I mean? But like my whole point and what I'm explaining to you, like I have a lot of history, man. I've done my thing all over the country, bro. I'm a boss. I've been the king no matter where I'm at and what I do. Like I've done a lot in my life, bro. Mm. It feels good to be 35 years old and retired. Right. I mean, that's all retirement is. Retirement is just a decision, right? I'm not going to retire from being Batman. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm really, really like retired, but I could say I'm retired because I mean, I am technically. I've worked hard my entire life. Like I said, nah, I've paid more taxes than all y'all, more land taxes. I've done more than all y'all combined. I've been a boss forever. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I just don't care what people had to say, bro. Real talk. Like I said, I have to pay all the taxes on that 50-acre property before I sold it. Then I have to pay all the other land taxes. That was 8,500 or so. I have every receipt. So it's like I'm not hearing nothing nobody talking about. Like we have different priorities, you know what I mean? People don't understand when you have things that actually cost money. Number one, the things you own end up owning you. When you have things that really have value to them, like real intrinsic value. And the thing is, none of these strangers on the internet, they can't dictate the value of anything I paid cash for. They can't tell me anything. The things that these people say don't make any sense because you don't need any of what you're talking about to prove anything. And I have nothing to prove to you. Like I said, when you get wealthy, the number one thing they teach you is how to protect your assets. It is what it is. You got to learn how to move. I'm not going to give you the game for free. You got to learn it, bro. I ain't never edited no details. I ain't never told myself ain't nothing that wasn't true. I paid cash for everything, bro. Been hustling my entire life, man. I've been working hard since I was 16. So like I said, out of high school, I became a multimillionaire quick, immediately, right out the box. College later, I became a multimillionaire again and dropped out of college. Had a 3.34 GPA, didn't buy any books, stopped going to class completely, and still maintained a 3.34 GPA. Can't make this stuff up. I never bought one book, bro, because I know that that's a whole system. It ought to be considered racketeering as far as I'm concerned. And it's just a system of nonsense. The thing is, when are you people going to wake up? You want to talk about money? I mean, if you're making money, you're just a wage slave. So you're still looking at things the wrong way. You're not figuring out how to be independent and self-sufficient. The only thing that matters is self-sufficiency, not how much money you make because you're not self-sufficient. See, I don't have a boss. Nobody controls me. I do what I want to do. So whatever I want to do, I'm able to try to become self-sufficient more and more and more. and I'm already more self-sufficient than most of the country. See my point? Like there may be even more that I can do to become self-sufficient, right? But like I said, there's a lot of things stopping that. There always is, there's just that's how the system is. I just wonder if you people are ever gonna figure it out. You know what I mean? I almost got ripped off with Timu the other day. Timu has this deal. It says if you make this purchase, it says they'll pay you they'll give you $100 to withdraw through PayPal. So I try to make the purchase, and it talking about it did exactly what I thought it was going to do, and this literally is illegal. I don't care what no one says. That's illegal business right there. That's theft, and that's what you companies commit all the time. Who would think that this company system is not going to get shut down? Straight up, who would think that all the corporations aren't going to be shut down and completely put out of business? They have to be. What you're doing is illegal. Why would citizens have to put up with your crimes? Not at all. They all need to be shut down. They need to be put out of business legally, the right proper way, right? And then, that's the thing. That you look at the past and you wonder why some people went ballistic. I mean, they had every right to. These companies are sitting here bothering innocent people like me, targeting us, hiring people to do so and not even really paying them, to gang stalk and all these things. You people know what you're doing. So, I mean, what you're going through and everything you've received, you deserve. That's your karma. Yeah, and I laugh at you, but genuinely. See what I'm saying? Justice is justice, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why y'all make things up and then act like people are afraid to talk. I'm not afraid to talk about anything, bro. Like, nah. If people make money, especially on a platform like this, you owe them that money. You should pay them what you owe. I mean, that's not even negotiable. That's like if somebody works for you doing anything. Because the fact is, nobody works for nobody over here. Don't nobody work for y'all, bro. The people who work for you are your employees, and those are the people who do the targeting. That's that corny nonsense, right? Because you got nothing better to do. Because all y'all wage slaves, and you not creative. You not able to be independent. You want to be in my position. See the point? You want to be in the creator's position. You don't want to be in a position of some lowly nobodies. They're not even secretaries. Ah, good water. Ah. Telling you, I've been drinking this electrolyte water. I think it makes a difference personally, somewhat, maybe a lot. I don't know if that's part of what helps with the strength too, but I've been kind of, like I said, listening to the downloads. I just kind of dug deeper and brought it out of me. But like I said, I've done it all, man. I mean, y'all don't get it. Once I start doing muscle ups on the dip bars like that, it's way harder than the big pull up bar, bro. Once I'm doing dips on the dip bars, that means I'm there, bro. And I'm doing sets, you know. Hold on. Like I'm doing quite a bit of them. So how do I put it? I mean, that means I can freestyle on the bar all I want now, and all that stuff builds strength. It builds your core. All of it. Everything we do is building character, personality, attitude. It's helping people, man. This stuff that I'm teaching will change lives. Truly, what I mean. It really will. And like I said, no, I listen and I learn from everybody. I don't take nothing. I don't steal. I don't take people's ideas. People take my ideas all the time, and I let them because you're not going to get anywhere trying to recreate what I've done because you're not me. You get what I'm saying? But I've definitely drawn influence from people, and I give them all respect for what they did. I just think it's kind of odd that all of them put so much time and effort. A lot of what you see is just me from watching videos. Like I watched videos of other dudes who did things like this, like what I'm doing. Nobody does it like me. They don't. I'm like way better and more talented than all of them. But that's the thing people didn't understand when. And I approached some of these people online and talked to them, tried to talk to them, and they didn't get it. Like, you had guys. I'm Mr. 52 guy, man. Okay. Back in the day, I told him what was up in the comment section. And this is the thing, these These interactions are more important than people think, but you don't take it personally and hold on to it forever. And I don't. I forgive everyone and let go. I don't care, But I talked to him in the comment section. I left a comment. I had all the money. I told him like I tried to talk to him. I was gonna pay him to train me. Okay. I was gonna pay him so he could actually train me because I mean I want to be the best, so I need all the training I can get everywhere. What I learned about him over time is that he's a coward. Okay. That he was teaching a form of 52 blocks, but he doesn't the form of 52 blocks that he teaches, I would give it more credit than the other form, but like there's an actual 52 blocks that Big Trouble taught me in the shelter in Dallas called the Bridge that, people are scared to even walk in, and a lot of stuff goes down in there. And he taught it to me in there, and like I said, it was based off 15 cards. It was based off a deck of cards. I think it's 15, right? Something like that. But it's like 15 positions, and then you had like five, six derivatives out of all of them. Now, I didn't get to learn the whole system, all the derivatives, because we didn't have time. Because I had to run to Austin because my cover got exposed or whatever. You feel me? Meaning like, with the stalkers and all that. You know what I mean? So, and I was actually like had to move around at that time just because I had to. But that was different circumstances at that time. But and that shows how long that stuff's been going on. So that's going to go into the federal lawsuit. It's ridiculous. It's embarrassing and it's inexcusable for stuff like that to be going on. You feel what I'm saying? So it has nothing to do with being a celebrity. It's just people are vindictive and they know that I have the tools and capability to succeed. So they start doing weird behaviors to try to hold me back. And you couldn't hold me back. And now you got to just be quiet and watch me win. It's called justice. Hmm. I own you. All of you. Always have, always will. Right? Pumpkin? Hmm. So yeah, like I said, tried to talk to him. The dude was whining and crying later. I mean, it's called karma. He was whining about, oh, I got in this to make money. Well, that's the thing right there. Your heart's not in the right place. Like I said, you had that cowardly incident that you pulled over there in the projects in New York. Hmm. Yeah. So right in Dykeman projects. So I mean, you couldn't hold your own against Big K. I'm Mr. 52 completely disappeared from the internet basically. I don't even know what happened to him. I'm guessing he probably got caught up and went to prison or a lot of these dudes that I've seen that claimed they were in the street and they were so tough and they were this and that, they all like disappear. I'm just giving you the honest truth. Like a lot of them are online. They're people I don't know that I've never met, but they all end up disappearing. Have you noticed that? And I'm going to tell you the truth of why I think that is because they were in the street and they weren't even really in the street, a lot of them, but because number one, I think that people pay attention. So I know people pay attention to YouTube. That's a given. But people pay attention, and like I just think that when they were in the street, I think that they probably got into issues with different people and they lost. That's what I think happened. Because it's a lot of them, bro. It's some of them that would do this calisthenics. Mr. 52 is another one. And he said, like, I got into this to make money and I'm not making any money. And like, I remember they were talking about either they were trying or they had already tried to get this little spot to teach 52 blocks to teach the stuff. I haven't heard nothing about it. I haven't heard about it being successful, and I don't see it being successful because I don't think that your group knows how to succeed. I'm just being honest, especially when it comes to business. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I know anything about business, like with certifications and licensing, because that's what I don't know. And I'm going to ask people when I have to do it and ask the right people and figure it out. But I'm sure it's not difficult if all these scrubs do it. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, I don't think you know how to actually do business. I think it's pretty clear. I don't think you know how to run a business. I don't think you know how to do much of anything. Like I said, he had some talent, you know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. Like me, I used to watch his videos. He'd be talking about it, how like people are slowing down the tapes trying to study and learn his moves. Well, why wouldn't you do that? What's wrong with that? See, I don't get that. Like that's what then they'll be like, they stole something. Nobody stole anything. Somebody's learning from what you learned. So it's the same exact thing. You learned it from somebody. It didn't just come out of thin air, right? You got to get real with yourself, buddy. So if a what's amazing there is there's nobody taking anything from anyone, right? They're using you as an influence. And what's amazing there is when you got a guy who's like Neo in the Matrix, and I told people this and they don't want to believe me. I can learn things quicker than any human being. If I watch videos, I could see the videos. So I used to look at the videos of his movements religiously. People didn't understand what I was doing. I used to watch them sometimes every day. I used to listen to the music while I was working out that came along with the videos, and it helped me. And I'm going to get back into doing it because I need to get, back on the movements. And it's like I drew the influence, and just by watching, if I look at something, I can teach it to myself. It's how I taught myself music production. I learned how to use Ableton Live back in the day in 5 seconds. I was creating whole symphonies. Y'all don't want to give me no credit or talk about this. And it's on my website I own that's went worldwide immediately, tyresneed.com, and I put it out and release it when I like, and it's worth almost $2,000. What? People are silly, man. People are silly, bro. I'm just saying, man, all of them kind of fell off. The groups that did calisthenics, they fell off. I ain't heard nothing from them in years. They all disappeared, so something happened, and that's the thing, man. What people don't get to, when you're dealing with environments like that, especially like New York, you can't be running around trying to have problems with people and all. I mean, you could do it, but you got to be somebody like me who can really hold their own. If you just out there willy nilly and you don't really know what you're doing, like all of them, it's not a smart thing to do. See, that's the thing. They don't understand the art of self preservation either. Like, look at him. If you were trying to build this and you were trying to make money, like I said, why would you be rude to me when I contacted you and tried to talk to you? I had over $250,000 in the bank, homeboy, and I was going to put you on, and I said I was going to have you train me, and I think I even asked that primarily, and he was sitting there talking about, I don't care what you think, wah wah wah, cry cry cry. You a grown man, bro, a grown man, dude. Like, see, that's not how it go, and you don't even expect them to talk to you like that because professionals don't talk like that, especially to clients. You see what I'm saying? These people don't understand there's different positioning for everything. In that position, I was going to be a client. I would have paid him to train me, and I really wanted to do the training. And I would have been the best student he had. You see my point? But instead, he wanted to act like a you know what. So, no problem. I used the videos and I taught it to myself because I don't need them. You see how when people treat you some way or talk to you some way, it ends up blessing you if you know how to alchemize and use it? That's what I'm saying, bro. I didn't need to pay you. You weren't going to teach me nothing that I can't learn just looking at the videos. Looked at the videos, man. The videos taught me the whole thing. I already knew everything else. I'm who created martial arts. We know what it's really called. I created boxing. I created all of it. All y'all don't get it. That all this time that all y'all been hating on me, I'm the man who invented that stuff, bro. I've been doing that since I was yay high. I'm 35 now, bro. I'm still pretty young. So how did I not invent it if all y'all tried to bite off me and copy it off me? I'm the one who did backyard boxing. There was no backyard boxing leagues until I did my stuff. It was like a couple of them, and then everyone came out and tried to imitate me, like usual. Y'all try to copy my music. Y'all want to copy my rhythm. You want to copy my format for my songs. Y'all try to copy everything, bro. It's ridiculous, man. My energy. They want to wear a cowboy hat like me because I'm a cowboy. They want to do everything like me. And you think I'm worried about talking about money, bro? All I do is try to survive, man. I thought that was the point. That's what money's for, to survive. That's all I worry about, survival. I don't worry about nothing else. I try to worry every month about getting this phone bill paid, which I have done every single month consecutively. You gonna give me the credit for that yet? By myself. Nobody done nothing for me, bro. Y'all don't even donate. But it's the weirdest thing I ever heard, bro. So yeah, I'm Mr. 52. He fell off. He like disappeared, literally, like vanished off the face of the earth somehow. Same with all them dudes who did calisthenics. That seems like karma to me, bro. If I come through and now I'm doing everything that you wanted to do, you know what I mean? And I'm better at it than you. That's the thing. The student became the teacher. I became Mr. Miyagi. Feel what I'm saying? I was a student and I didn't have to pay anyone to train me. Everything I learned is self-taught. All of it. Outside of Big Trouble from Chicago, real big guy teaching me 52 blocks in Dallas, like I said. So y'all talk about money. I'm not after money, bro. Like, do I really need to spell it out, bro? I'm a fighter, homie. That's what I do, man. That's how I've always made a living. When I did bar security, it was basically the same thing. I was just good at my job and respectful to people, right? But all that helped me and was basically like training for me too, whether I liked it or not. It was the realest training I could have done, and it helped me a lot. That's why when y'all be looking at my videos, you're like, how does he move so quick and so efficient? Because I had to. See, I was in an environment I didn't have a choice. You understand? If I made one mistake, common sense, right? Couldn't make a mistake. Had to be completely accurate, completely on point. Had to make sure I knew what I was doing. Yeah, man, if I told y'all the real stories of what I was doing with bar security, y'all wouldn't even understand, bro. I came up against dudes about 4 times the size of me, bro, and owned them. Okay? I don't know what y'all talking about. One time I climbed a whole set of rafters, like stairs. Yeah, climbed the stairs to get to you know to one of them. Like, y'all don't get it. I'm not your regular dude. So, and people know, the dude who claims he's a bar owner, he doesn't own that building. He can miss me with his nine. He's not rich, but he owns the bar, meaning you own a name, and you got to pay high, super high scale rent for a bar that ain't even that great and ain't never done numbers like that. And then every time I go eat at any of these places, right, like like IHOP, which they're all discriminate at up there, all of them, they're all discriminate and they only hire the same ones like from here, right? And every time I go in there, all they do is complain about Brandon nonstop. Everybody that goes in there, you'll hear them. Like you don't even have to be paying attention, and you'll hear people talking about. It's like, dude, y'all still letting that dude play games with you and move y'all around like chess pieces? That's a narcissist, dude. He's not only a narcissist, but he's not rich. Everything is just facilitated, meaning, you got to make a payment on this truck. You got to make your mortgage payment. Then you got to deal with this bar business. Is why they so adamant about you got to make sales at that bar. I did the best numbers for that bar that they ever did on that New Year's. Mhm. Like I've been talking about. I was security for the bar by myself. I dressed as a club goer. I was a two-story bar. It was the crunkest bar in Austin and on 6th Street. What? Like, do you understand what I witnessed? What happened across the street? I think it was on New Year's. Did y'all look that up? Y'all act like you can't think. You don't remember all that stuff. You don't remember what happened with Terminal 6 while they got shut down. I was working right across the street, bro. I need to look up things before you talk to people, man. I've been right smack dab in the middle of a lot of things, or right next to it, right around it. Minneapolis up there, like I said, I was in the Mall of America. I walked out the damn store. I think it was like later that day or the next day, all that stuff happened in there. You remember that? I had just gone in that store. Literally, I think it was a Nordstrom. I had just purchased like some tank tops. It just be funny how crazy things be happening, but like nothing happens to me. I'm always good. And that's what God always told me. God's like, you're gonna see so much stuff happen, but you gonna be just fine. At least, like nobody can do anything to me. And I'm not that type of person. I don't even worry about that stuff. Honestly, I invite it. It's like Bane said, you don't fear. You welcome it. Yeah, like I'm not afraid of nothing, bro. I don't care. I'm more crazy when it comes to that stuff. I challenge it. You see what I'm saying? That's the point. Y'all trying to hold on to something. What's there to hold on to, bro? Who cares, man? Like that's the thing. Y'all be talking. Y'all got the whole wrong mentality, bro. You better change your mentality, man. You ain't never gonna get nowhere. You care too much, man. For people who don't have nothing, why you care so much about holding on to things if you ain't got nothing? I don't care about nothing. Straight, I'll tell you straight up, nothing. Don't care. Only thing I care about is Christina and God. Feel me? And my people. That's it. Other than that, what? Care about something? That y'all funny. You know what I mean? You gonna waste your time caring in a world that's falling apart? Huh. Like, y'all funny as hell, bro. Y'all be mad slow, man. I don't know how long it's gonna take y'all to catch up, bro, but y'all better catch up. You better start listening. You might learn something. Feel me? Like I said, the only way you win in anything is if you're willing to lose everything. That's why I win every conflict. It's the way it's always been. Because I don't care. And I'm not crazy. I'm crazy enough to believe in myself. I was crazy enough to believe that I would make it to this point. Like 50 Cent said. There I go, quoting 50 again. Right? So, I mean, it worked for me. You know what I mean? 100% worked for me. But that's the thing, people want to focus on money. If you chase money, bro, you're going to always have a pouty, sad face, man, because there ain't no money. Like I just told you, bro, Timu, I tried to make a purchase. They talking about there'll be $100 to withdraw into PayPal. They literally said, I make the purchase, try to make it, and they talking about, uh, what was it? Oh, you got to get more points. So I'm supposed to make another purchase? How long is that? They'll last that all day. They'll have you make 20 purchases. Now you got no money, and now they talking about, oh, now we'll maybe send over 100, and they'll have you do something else. They'll just keep finding a way around. Timu is a joke. I'm gonna tell you that straight up. All that stuff that y'all doing is illegal. I don't care what nobody says. That's illegal business. Like easy, that's illegal business. You can't promise nothing and say if you do this, we're gonna pay you and then change it. No. And there's no fine terms, there's no fine print. Like, no, you're literally changing it. You're saying, no, all you got to do is buy this stuff and you get to withdraw this money. And then you're changing it. Oh, you need more points to, man, boy, stop it. That's some nonsense. You feel me? That's why they'll keep you on there for 20 hours if you let them, and you won't even buy nothing. And all they stuff is garbage. All of it. It's garbage. That's why I don't even want to use anything from there no more. You feel me? Like real talk, and I never was big on Timu. I don't know what y'all people talking about. That was another thing they tried to say. What are you talking about, bro? I don't get stuff from Timu. I don't care about Timu, bro. Timu's a joke, straight up. But yeah, you need to fix your business practices, man. That stuff is illegal, and I'm tired of people acting like I can't say reality. I'll say it all I want. Okay, like what? There's nothing you can do about it. Like what? And if you issue a legal statement towards me, I take the matter to court, and I will win. What? Because I'll prove and expose everything that y'all doing. I'm already doing it publicly. I don't care about businesses and companies no more. I'll challenge you publicly and I'll expose you publicly, and we can definitely take it to court and you will lose. And I'm sue proof. You ain't gonna get a dime out of me because I ain't got no money because y'all set me up and targeted me. So how would I have money? It don't make no sense, right? So that's what's funny. People don't get the world stopped me from being able to make money completely. They called every job. They tried to get me fired everywhere I went for just speaking publicly. What did I do wrong for doing a career? Nothing. So you want to be unfair and discriminate? Cool. That's a lawsuit. I don't mind it at all. You did me a favor, but let's call it what it is. You've literally said I cannot work anywhere. I cannot make money anywhere. So I had to figure out my own independent way to do that, and that's what birthed this creation. And now I make money doing what I do. And I'm Batman, right? Blessing in disguise, man. See the point? Not only am I Batman, but I'm completely independent, and what I do is on such a far scale and, has such reach. It's unbelievable. Isn't that better than working a little job? Like, I'm not saying I can't go to other cities and try to find work. Sure, I can, but I have to make sure nobody knows where I work. Nobody. I can't have no, and they've got snitches everywhere and federal informants, and they got other gang stalkers. So it makes it kind of difficult, which is what their objective is. And I don't understand that because, like I said, you're only limiting your own movement and you're not doing nothing to me. You see me good, I'm still getting it, right? I'm always figure out how to get by, man. You know what I mean? And the more you do that, the easier it makes it on me, honestly, because I figure out more and more, I learn more and more. I don't need much, man. It's not really that hard for me, man. Like I can do so much more with less now, with less resources. When God gives me, I think he's just going to give me like a dump truck of blessings. When God gives me all these blessings and gives me all this bread, and I actually can look at my bank account and it's just got zero after zero after zero. I'm talking about millions, billions, trillions of dollars, and I got all this money, and he already told me I'm gonna have more money than I've ever had. When I get all that money, What y'all don't understand, I'm able to do so much with less. Imagine what I could do with all that money. You're not understanding. Now I know how to do everything the poor man's way. Everything. Like, so yeah, I mean, there's gonna definitely be some changes made, obviously. You know what I'm saying? I'll be spending on what I want and what I want to get. I mean, I'll be going out to eat all the time with Christina, but I'm able to do things the poor man's way. So it helps with that. It helps with knowing how to eat, right? What to take in, like I said, like doing fruit drinks and stuff like that. It just teaches me how to be cheaper about things. And I want to get coupons. I'm going to be super frugal. I'm not going to be stingy. I'm not going to be worried about spending. Christina and I ain't going to worry about none of that, but we're going to be able to budget without even thinking about it. You understand? It's not like we'd ever have to worry, but we really won't have to worry because we know how to what conserve resources. Like I said, the minute all this happens, man, minute that Christina finishes negotiating, like she already agreed with everything I said. Number one. Number two, like I said, she agreed with all my ideas, and my one of my ideas was take out $300,000 at least to half a million if you have that much at that time, right? Put it into a brokerage account, make it a hedge fund, right? And like put me in charge of it, and we'll have a joint account. And she already okayed that. Basically, she already said that all sounds good because like that way I can do the investing, and then like the working capital that we make while we're building these businesses, I can just pump capital into it. So I don't care what people like, other people. I don't care what people say. You not me. You feel me? I got to do what I got to do. I'm a man. Like they got a problem with you doing what you're supposed to do. Like okay, and what y'all gonna do about it? Nothing. Sit down and be quiet. Feel me? 22 in the box without trying. I'm getting pissy. What are you doing? Getting paid chilling. Getting paid to chill and talk. I get paid to talk greasy for real. 50 Cent never did. He's a snitch informant on paper and he's broke and poor. Why, he had to file Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Why? Because he's a Mason. You have to restructure finances because they weren't yours, smart one. Just like you didn't own anything that you ever were in or drove. None of that. None of them own nothing. Chris Brown doesn't own one car. Chris Brown is homeless. I don't understand what y'all saying. If y'all not going to accept and talk reality, what the hell you talking to me for? Y'all a joke, bro. Y'all like Cavalli kid out here, bro. What? Talking about, yeah, we doing it up. Yeah, you a spring breaking Freemason. You're not doing anything up. You don't make any money. See, a real hustler is gonna use that hustle and build his own and figure out how to make his own money and get cash in his pocket along the way. Driving everybody else's cars like he do and all that nonsense ain't getting you nowhere. So I'm saying, then you got French Toast. He was running his mouth the other day. He's broke. He's still in the same predicament. He can't even take care of his own kids. Like, you got something to say to me, brother? Why are you projecting talking about your issue that you clearly have and anyone can look at you and see you have that issue? I never had that issue. What are you talking about, bro? I've talked for years on here. You know exactly like you know some things about who I am, so that don't make no sense. Or what? Because you jealous? Like I said, bro, that stuff is corny to me, man. Talking online, I don't get that. You a grown man. You feel me? Yeah, I don't care how you feel, man. Control your jealousy and envy. That's all that is. That's all it ever been with that dude. Like I said, but you're a troll, bro. You're a troll that had to run to Facebook and still couldn't make it, and you back on YouTube and still can't make it. That's crazy. Like, still on the same stuff. They never evolve. You know what I mean? They never evolve. Bro, you got enough problems, bro. Worry about you. And like they talking about what people got to worry about. I don't got nothing to worry about. I'm Batman. I got fangs. And I'm perfect. But you got a lot to worry about. You got a lot of financial responsibilities. You better get to attending to that stuff. Why y'all get online and act like that's what we here to do? Like talk back and forth. We ain't in no competition, bro. Look at you and look at me. Look at my lifestyle and look at yours. You serious, bro? What? That's like people like TJ. Like trying to act like they ain't know who I was the whole time. Bro, you all knew what it was. What you was mad at, and it came out in the downloads at that time, all y'all saw me shine, and even them girls that worked in them bars, they was jealous because the females would be jealous of me. I look better than all of them. All y'all look horrible, right? I got longer eyelashes than all y'all. I get all the attention. I had girls walking up to me when I was working club security and a promoter for the club doing the best numbers they ever did. I would promote and do security. And I had girls, you could tell that there was jealousy. They would try to smile about it, but it's jealousy. And they would say, how does it feel like getting all the attention here and blah, blah, blah. It's like, I'm not trying to get no attention. If I get attention, man, that stuff comes naturally, bro. I'm not trying to get attention, bro. You know what I'm saying? The attention comes to me naturally, man. It came to me naturally in Austin. It comes to me naturally anywhere I go. What's your point? Like that's my thing, bro. What I need people in Austin to do is just quit being jealous and envious. I need somebody in Austin to be like, "Yo, here's a spot. You need a couch. Good, you set. Here's your couch. You know what I mean? Here's whatever you need. You straight. That's all I need. So I can go be Batman up there and do my thing. I don't care how they feel. I'll do it right in front of all of them. Right? They're all punks. But see what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'll do it up there. It'll be mostly just content. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, that's the thing. Well, you can't do the Batman thing in no major city like that, bro. You just can't, because everybody's gonna be a soldier boy running town. That's my point. You can't do it up there. There's no way, man. Hell no. Because all them dudes are snitches. That's what they do. They be acting G tough in the street, and then they go run and tell. Like, oh, I ran into the Batman. Well, real talk. Like, I'm not a bully, bro. I'm good to people, man. I'm just justice. You know what I mean? People got lessons to learn. Real talk. So at the end of the day, let me move this one more time. The sun keeps adjusting. At least I'm not in a roach motel, right? Oh man. I'm way better off than all of you. That's for sure. Is that what you're upset at? Oh, I got problems because, like I said, it just takes a little bit of money and it would help me out, but y'all never want to help. So, all right, whatever. You know what I mean? I don't even need that much money to do anything I want to do, bro. It just takes a little bit, and people just sit there like people don't want to help participate. Like, I don't get that. They all act like they all against me on here. You can be against me all you want. You against me is what made Batman. All you did was help me, bro. It's the same way in Austin. That's why you got some of them who they resort to acting like they a thug in the street, right? There was one out there when I was working bar secure. There was a couple out there, and I talk to all of them pretty much and get along with most of them. And when we don't get along, I G check the hell out of them and let them know what time it is. Like, bro, there was a dude I told you all about it when I was doing the security out there, and he was just going AWOL, doing all his antics. I'm starting to think that that bar was paying him under the table to do that stuff too, because he kept trying to bring it my direction, and I told him exactly what it is. I basically ran him off the block. I told him straight up. Told him I don't care about this job. I don't care about no job on Sixth Street, brother. There's a million jobs in Austin. That's what y'all don't get. All they do is discriminate. I could care less about the job market. That's a joke. Austin is a joke. What? G checked him. Then he saw me later walking one night, and he has to tap me on my shoulder, but like a coward. You feel me? Like giving me depths, like respect, like yo. But when you was just talking all this crazy tough stuff, and then I G check you, and then you get scared. And he was a big dude too. This was a dude that he was homeless. He was a football player. He said he was in the streets forever. Like he wasn't a joke, and he was getting into it with a lot of other people. You know what I mean? And it wasn't like it was different situation than with me because he just wasn't used to it with me, and I just put him in his place real quick and told him what it is. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's the thing, bro. Just because I work a job, don't mean I don't run the streets. That's all. I'll quit a job in 2 seconds. A job don't make me who I am. That's why they was sitting there playing them games. Oh, don't do this. Oh, don't say you don't control nobody. Be quiet. Like what? You nobody out here. That's the problem, bro. You got a lot of people that are literally nobodies. Feel me? and they're trying to be somebody. All y'all do is illegal activity. Keep my name out your mouth. Real talk. Most of them bars do illegal activity, and I'm telling you for a fact, I know they steal from people who work there, and I'm pretty sure they've stolen out of my checks. See what I'm saying? Austin ain't nothing but a bunch of criminals. There's a kitty. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just telling you the truth, bro. So, what you think I care about a bunch of thieves in Austin? Is that what you're scared of? Is that what people like TJ are scared of? Because you know, it's not like y'all make no money, bro. Everything they do up there is basically racketeering. It's all gonna come out in court. It's all like I believe 100% that every bar on Sixth Street steals money. I believe they're committing embezzlement. I think they all need to go to prison. They try to justify this stuff, and all the departments up in Austin are corrupt. That's why they all go to jail for being pedos and stuff. Is that not a fact? Y'all better ask about me, bro. I know everything, man. I know everything about you. We got the other dude too, right? That I already know your old channel name. I already screenshotted the new channel name because you popped up again with your fake views that you buy, right? And yeah, he's another one. He gonna go to prison. That PP Southeast Texas dude. He changed his channel name because he's scared now and he running. He's scared of Batman. I told you. I'm never gonna forget, bro. You was literally on online bothering me, bro. Like what? And like I don't even have to have the proof of it. I just know who you are. So like I'm gonna make sure you have to come to court. Real talk, because you trying to act like you do something that is your problem. That's what you are. You know, you're not doing anything. That's what you are. And I'm gonna make sure the truth comes out. It's written all over you, bro. Look at you, bro. Like what? You look just like that other scrub who got his karma. What? And everybody laughed at. What do you mean? Huh? That kept getting online, like following me around. Like, what was that about? You didn't expect to get your karma? You got your karma. Ha! Next. Next, coach. Feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, bro. I ain't got to say nothing, bro. Nah, God always delivers, man. Real talk. When people say anything about my name that's ill will or not true or slanderous, God literally silences fools. He sets examples. That's what God does. God silences anybody who doubts me. What would I ever have to worry about, son? Huh? Like I said, bro, they all scared, man, because they know what it is. I got the power to shut down pretty much everything in Austin legally, to shut down all the illegal organizations, which is pretty much all the businesses. None of them know how to run a business there, bro. When I went through the labor market, bro, it was the slowest people I've ever seen. And they'll sit there and try to actually like bother you while you work, hover over you, talk smack to you while you're working. They'll try all sorts of tactics, bro. Austin is the biggest joke I've ever seen, bro. Like literally, like I would be in the building, and they would send people to try to target me, and I wouldn't put up with it and would stand right up to them right there. So we getting in the mix like right there basically, and they not really gonna do nothing. They just fronting because they fake. You see what I'm saying? And then that's what they do, try to play victim and act like, oh, he did something or he's out of line. No, I stand my ground. Like what you say matters. Like you should listen to what you say. If you say something, people are going to take you at face value and take you seriously on what you're saying. What? So yeah, another dude from Rob Rack's group, right, that runs his mouth. He got Son put in his place, and I didn't back down and told him what it really was, and he backed down. So then they whined, and then I told the owner, like I said, who claimed to be the owner, who wasn't an owner, he was a Mason from overseas, some Brit or something, another fake wannabe elite. And I told him, bro, I'm about to make $100,000 with this property. I'm gonna be rich. What do I care about what you talking about? I don't need this job. I'm only doing this to make my tax payments so I can get my property sold. Told him straight up. Blah blah blah. They all have a little fake slick answer, but yeah, but that stuff don't fly in reality because I really went and sold that property and got my money. Ben spent that. Nah, see, life is about spending money, bro. Like, what? You don't keep money. There's no point in keeping something that's a piece of paper. You spend money. How much money have you made and spent? That's all that matters. If you're going to talk finances and money success, financial success, right? I've made and spent more than anybody who ever walked this planet, homeboy. You better ask about me. Money is easy to me. Feel me? So yeah, like I said, like when people talking, but I'm getting paid as I speak. I get paid to talk. I make money while I sleep. I released a couple of videos immediately. Already got a little bit of money off that today. I'm sorry, but what? I get paid to make videos. I'm not like you women who say, I sell content. Yeah, so do I, but I sell content that's just normal videos. What you do should be considered illegal, and you should go to jail for it, sister. What are you talking about? I don't have to beg. Y'all don't sell anything, you beg. That's what all y'all do. Hmm. If you got an OnlyFans, I got news for you. You're a beggar. You're begging. I don't beg to make a living. I ain't never asked nobody for nothing. This is a service. I provide a business. It's clear as broad day. What are you talking about? This is how I make bread. At what point have I ever done that? Why would I need to if I provide a service? Any business is just a service. This is a service. Entertainment, whatever you want to call it, truth, education, a whole lot of different things. And we offer a ton of services here, and none of you utilize them like you're slow. And then you wonder why you're mad at me, but all of you are failing. Okay. Like I said, I live better than you, look better than you, walk better than you, talk better than you. I'm just better than you. Think better than you, smarter than all of you. I've been through everything. I'm the immortal Batman. I mean, how can I lose? If you're immortal, why are you worried about money or anything? That's what I'm saying. Y'all got your priorities messed up, bro. I just worry about survival and, I mean, like financial survival more so, because I'm going to survive. I'm always figure it out somehow, no matter what I got to do. Feel me? So, I mean, what would you rather be? Would you rather have a bunch of cash, millions of dollars, or would you rather be immortal? And immortal, right? Like, I'd rather be immortal. 100%. Like, immortality is priceless, bro. You know how much people would pay in this world to be me, to be immortal, and to be Batman? Like I said, I'm not just talking because it was already proven to you. It was already proven. It doesn't even matter what happens in the future. Immortality can mean different things, but like I believe it means eternal life, right? But my point is, I'm immortal because I'm a legend. I'm going down in history forever. I'm bulletproof, literally. Like I said, when these people did what they did, I survived every single thing that was impossible to survive. So I'm immortal. There's no question. It's just a proven fact. It's like 2 + 2 = 4. So that's the thing. I'm not some corny dude who's talking. How dare anybody ever try to act like that? I would never let nobody front on me. What? You better get y'all's attitude straight, like straight up, bro. Y'all like to talk and run your mouth. Don't talk about what I've been through. I don't play like that. You know better. What? I'm a grown man, bro. Everything I've been through is real, bro. I represent a real cause. Like I said, my movement's been running the streets since day one, bro. Who is y'all talking to? Like I said, nah, my movement was bigger than the Black Panthers when I was like 18, bro. We run the streets, and there's no we. It's just me right now, and me and Christine. It's Christina and I, because Christina's gonna be my wife. Like I said, my girlfriend is the most beautiful creature I've ever seen, inside and out. She's gorgeous. She's just a beautiful person. She's amazing. Just kind-hearted. Just biggest heart ever. Just nice, good person. Amazing girl. Amazing woman. And that's my future wife. That's my divine spouse. Kind of sounds like I'm winning, man. Like I said, my view is beautiful. Everything I see and look at is beautiful, and things that cost millions of dollars. I own buildings. I got access to buildings worth billions in equity. Sorry, but what? Still own my own car lot. I can't believe that I've been able to maintain this long. Honestly, that's what you should worry about. I'm not saying I got all the answers. I'm not saying I can't take or sustain some losses over time. But I mean, man, if I made it this far, it's looking pretty good, right? Right? Like what? Like like I said, bro, I need someone in Austin to actually talk to me and be like, "Yo, I'll give you a couch." That's all I need. I need a couch. That's all. And if you want to help with like food, that would be nice when I'm in Austin. Other than that, that's it. Feel what I'm saying? And the whole reason is because like that's how you can tell that people like TJ are scared of Batman. They don't want me up there. Because, like I said, see, that's the thing. We still going to be on what we on and do what we got to do regardless. I don't care who. He already knows who I am. All y'all know reality, bro. So when you take a dude who's as tough as me and has all the stripes in the street, and you already know who I am, and you still want to play like that, that's just, I smell even more fear. That's them admitting and acknowledging that they're a coward and they're nobody. So let them be them. That's fine. I don't care about you. I'm not mad at you. I don't have nothing to say to you. You know what I mean? Real talk. In fact, it's all love. You know what I mean? Like, real talk. It's still all love, brother, because that's how my heart is. Like, you made a huge mistake, but, like, it's all love. You know what I mean? But I don't really want to talk to you. I mean, what is there to talk about? You know what I mean? You can't really apologize, for it. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you already did what you did, and it didn't affect nothing. You see what I'm saying? Like, people like that are relevant. They just narcs make themselves irrelevant. That's all TJ was doing. He's a narcissist who was devaluing himself. Tell me when I'm not spot on. Give me some more of this electrolyte water. See, I need the electrolytes. Been needing it for probably years. Okay. No, it has nothing to do with what happened to me, but it could help a little bit. I think it definitely helps the body because I sweat too much, man. I do too much. Every day I'm in the heat. Every day I'm sweating. Yeah, like right now I'm sweating some. Every day I'm exercising, running. I mean, I go all out ham. I do tons of physical, stressful, strenuous activity, like rigorous training. So I got to have electrolytes. I probably need way more than most people because I'm losing so much. And to think about doing that every day and you're drinking regular water, like, bro, that's not good, man. You know what I mean? And there's other ways to get electrolytes too, which is what I'm trying to do, and I'm progressively working it in. But the stuff costs money too. It's other kinds of drinks and stuff. But that's the thing, man. I mean, people can say what they want. I'm not really worried about what y'all talking about. Y'all take everything literally. I can't even talk and just say use a word or term, or they take it literally and change it to something negative because they're projecting. Like I said, the only people who are broke here is you. I'm not broke. I got money in the bank. I have this entire time had money in circulation. Building this next check. The next check's already almost to what, $74, I think. It's gonna be more after today. What's goody, homie? Y'all mad? Like what? Phone bill just got paid on the 21st. My phone is good till the 21st of next month. It's really all I need is my phone. And even if I had no money, I could go walk miles and do whatever and try to figure it out somehow, right? Even if I have to go beg, literally, like y'all do every day. I don't mind begging. I don't. Why would I mind begging if I'm already wealthy? Why would I mind begging if I already put all my work into what I got? If I own billions in equity, why would I be worried about begging, bro? See, I told you I'm trying to be the best bum I can be, bro. Y'all thought I was kidding? Not at all, bro. Y'all got me misconstrued, man. Cause this one, he make money online. That's what you don't get. Real talk. If every day, bro, if I drank 40 ounces and sat on the curb and smoked Swisher Sweets, do you understand if I sat there and did that and I talked on camera all day like I'm doing now, like I would get paid? So how would it not make sense if I say I'm trying to be the best bum I can be? Because I'm gonna make money while I'm being a bum. That's the point. I'll get more bread being a bum than y'all actual bums make. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? These people did all this malicious stuff for money, and then they saying that they got a $500,000, which I don't believe for 2 seconds, and that they already almost threw it. Then that either wasn't a half a mil, or you were horrible with money. What? And I think it's all fake nonsense. I think it's all just to supersede, and it's fake stuff. And I don't think any of these people really have anything. You understand? And like I said, if you get a $500,000, bro, like I said, buy better stuff because you have horrible taste if that's the case. Feel me? I don't really pay attention to y'all. I just be, seeing it here and there. But it's just sad, man. It's sad when you deal with people like that are willing to lie. That's why I know it ain't. Those people ain't none of them ever seen a $500,000. In no way. It's just to try to supersede me. These people are pathetic, bro. Talking about you already out of money. They just got that money. They are out of it that quick. And it wasn't that much, was it? Because that's exactly the truth. You didn't get no half a mil. You know what I mean? I guarantee you didn't even get 300,000. Think people are slow, but you lie about everything else, but we're supposed to care? That's crazy, man. I'm telling you, if the narcs talk, they lying. Didn't none of these people ever make any money? They ain't never seen no money. Talk about that. I'm just telling you, man, if every company's doing illegal activity, they jipping you out your money, they not giving you nothing. I mean, this system is designed against us. Y'all not even letting people be able to survive. What are you talking about? That's the way this country gets down. Y'all want to talk about money? Ain't no money out here. Like I said, that's why all you women are online begging 24 hours a day. I'm not begging. I provide a service, man. I entertain, and people have to pay me for it. So donate and hit that cash app in the bottom left-hand corner. That's right. And that's what everybody try to do on YouTube. I'm no different. We're here to make money. Care how you feel. None of you. Nonsense. Ah, stuff is good. But yeah, like I said, end of the day, how long are we going on here? Hour and 17 minutes. That's it. Like I said, at least I'm not in a roach motel. At least I'm not running my mouth swearing up and down I'm a comedian, but I can't tell a joke. Right? That boy was talking about he mad. He said somebody stole his joke, talking about that he didn't feel like a stand-up comedian. He was a lay down comedian. Oh, golly, you corny. Oh gosh, I just told the joke. So are you mad at me too? You want to issue all those illegal statements you do towards me now? Like what? That boy funny as hell, man. Time every conversation I hear, you resort to the same empty talking. They got you in trouble in the first place. Ugh, they don't even know how to keep their freedom over there, man. They can't keep a girl. Can't keep their freedom. This whole society ain't nothing but a bunch of haters, bro. Y'all better wake up, man. It ain't about money, bro. There's no money out here. Money? What? I'm content with doing what I'm doing for right now. I'm not satisfied, obviously. I prove that every day, but I'm content with everything I've accomplished. Like I said, I use money as a resource. It's like Joker said, he didn't care about money. He said it's not about money, it's about the message, right? See, that's the point. It's about the message, man. It's about the bigger picture. What I'm doing is destroying them, everybody. And like I said, I'm affecting so much that it's just like the movie when Alfred tells him, like, he says you got them to the point of desperation, and in their desperation, they reached out to a man they didn't quite understand, meaning the Joker. They got whole commissions on here, the same people who are gang stalking me, demonic, and they try to act like I don't exist, but they all watching. And that's what they do. Tried to create a fake Joker. Boy, I'm telling you, y'all better change that dude's name now. Like, no, bro. If you're gonna have any dude that come out and say he the Joker, understand something, bro. He better be the real deal, bro. And over there, I know that ain't the real deal. So be quiet. That's all. See, that's what's weird. I didn't hear that name at all until now. Now they want to start adjusting. Why? Because they're following the trend. And even if they weren't doing it intentionally, then man, it's like I really control and architect all of reality. Now we got a dude trying to come out and call himself the Joker. How you the Joker but don't speak to Batman? How you the Joker but don't pay homage? Like I said, bro, it's just sad, man. It's sad that like the whole world copies me instead of just having a conversation with me and treating me as a human being. That's my whole issue. You know what I mean? That's why the Joker had a point with what he was saying in the movie when he said these civilized people. The what? Remember? He said don't talk like you're one of them. You're not. He had a point. Seriously. He had a real point. That's why Batman was listening to him, because Joker was extremely intelligent. That's why I listen to those Joker videos, because they're the truth. Joker says some truth sometimes. You know what I mean? Like real talk, bro, the real one. You know what I mean? He would say some truth, bro, and he told me, don't talk like one of them. You're not, even if you'd like to be. It's just the same thing with me. I was always an outcast, man. I was never part of your society. I never fit in. I wasn't meant to. They told me a million times I wasn't designed that way. I was ergonomically designed to supersede and defeat and like reconstruct the whole system. That's what I'm here to do. I was never ever part of the status quo. I was always meant to shatter the status quo. That's what I've always done. Anywhere I went. That's the point. Y'all want to talk about money? I am the money. That's why I make money walking. I'm walking money. So I'll never have to worry about money because God got me. That's truly what I believe. Even if it was for a little bit and I just had to figure it out or try to survive, I've gone through that a million times, bro. There's been plenty of times, bro, where I was close to having nothing and I go out and get it. I've pretty much never had nothing. I always figure out something. That's the thing. Like, nah, bro, when you got a gift of gab, bro, you can always be in business, man. It's just I don't have to get on here and lie like these people. These people want to lie because they're trying to catch up and keep up with me. And it's funny because they put me on a higher pedestal than what I really am. They'd be throwing out digits that are higher than what I've made and what I get. It's not all the time, but sometimes it's like you ain't got a lie to kick it. You know what I mean? I'm just a regular dude, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, I guess I'm special, but I'm a regular dude, bro. I'm down to earth, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's clear as day. I don't care about none of the things you care about. Why would I? But like I said, I don't know. In every situation, there's pros and cons. It's like, worry about your own. Like, my situation is good. There's pros and there's cons. But I'll tell you one thing, I'm still doing better than all of you, no matter what. I'm always reap the benefits, no matter what. Like I said, the training is there, man. I mean, I made it with the training. That's why I'm proud of myself. I'm excited. I'm happy because it's like all my hard work paid off, man. It really did. It paid off. Now I know how to get there and how to maintain. And I just feel like I definitely need a break. I think my body needs a break. I have trouble resting sometimes. Like, I just need a break, man. That's what I'm trying to give myself. So it is what it is. We'll see. I really don't think I'm going to take a break, but, at least for a little bit. But I think that's what I need. I need rest. I need to chill, relax. But that's what I'm saying, man. Being Batman is a full time job. You know, like I said, I give people a lot of inspiration. You got people talking about me on Google. Google my name, bro. They're like it's the Brownsville Batman. Live life how you want. That's good. That's good if I represent that. You know what I mean? Because I know I do. Like I said, man, I'm a normal dude, man. I guess I'm not a normal dude because I'm superhuman and I've clearly set the bar and set the standard, but that's the whole thing. I'm something else. I'm something else for real. Everybody else was just talking and I went and proved it, you know. So I don't know. It is what it is. But I don't know what else to tell you, man. Billions in equity, mansion, estate, over 2,000 in jewelry. My own website worth almost 2 G's. My own car lot. I pay over $100 for it every month. Usually wear 530 on my wrist. Got 'em pissed. Mineral rights, oil royalties. Most handsome man who ever existed and was created by God Himself. What? Look better than Brad Pitt. Hmm. What? Think you messing with me? Who? Who? And everything I went through is a stripe. I'm proud as hell. Right? And you're gonna talk to me the right way. I don't have to ask you. See what I'm saying? I don't mind people talking to me, but talk the right way. I don't if I have to tell you, then I'm getting away from you. See what I'm saying? Because the only reason anybody would do that, yeah, you mad because I'm happy. You mad at my freedom. That's that narc stuff. Don't play like that, man. I'm gonna tell you what it is and keep it shaking. Like I said, I'm the supreme ruler and divine authority. But like I said, don't worry. We don't get on our mouth and we don't get on panels and run our mouth. Get on our mouth. We don't get on panels and run our mouth like y'all. We don't have to. We don't do no talking. See what I'm saying? Fact is, everything I'm looking at is with New York, man. I'm gonna be able to. I'm who runs New York already. Like I said, no, I was running dudes off corners up there already before. Like everybody in New York was scared of me. I'm just telling you the truth when I was there. I wasn't wearing no bat suit. I wasn't Batman. Imagine when I'm Batman up there. Like, bro, come on, bro. People supposed to be gangsters and thugs in the streets in New York, right? See, people don't understand. I'm like beyond fearless. I look at everything as a challenge. See what I'm saying? The things that people would look at like are, scary and a problem. I look at it as a challenge, man. Real talk. I look at it all as a challenge. And that's the way I'm looking at all of you. Feel me? A challenge. But not really, because y'all are not a challenge. All y'all are weak. But just my point that, man, in New York, bro, I already set the standard for being a man, being a male, physical prowess, strength. Like I said, still hold the world record dumbbell curls 90 pounds. Hold the world record, just set that at 200 pull ups in one set. Did 365 inertia pull ups, which I created and invented, inertia training. I mean, are you serious? People are silly, man. And I did 13 muscle ups. I'm trying to see if I can get to the world record, which is 45 muscle ups. And that's fake too, because the dude is like 3 feet tall. Looks like a lawn gnome. So I mean, it is what it is, man. What I want in my future, bro, is the lifestyle that I wanted for a long time. You know what I mean? I used to talk about back in the day, even when I had money. But what I want, first of all, I speak everything into existence. I bring things to fruition by talking. What you talk creates your reality. It's all vibration. You understand? That's why now all the enemies, they got to be quiet. God silenced them completely. Ain't no more talking. Feel me? Because, like I said, and you tried your hardest, man, and it didn't do nothing. It still didn't work. You know what I mean? But when you speak, it's a vibration, man. It really carries weight, especially if you got real power like me. I'm like a Jedi. Feel me? Like I said, what I want, and I'm asking God 100%. Number one, I want to be on Wall Street, right? I want to be dealing with stocks with my own portfolio. I want to be a hedge fund manager, and I want to be Batman. Back in the day, I used to say all I wanted to do was trade stocks and do martial arts. Now it's evolved. That's what I'm saying. Like, and God's plan is even bigger for me. Not to mention that I could dominate the NBA anytime I wanted, right? Or keep making my name independently on the street ball courts. But see, that's the difference. We come from two different walks, man. Y'all talking about money and y'all are pampered, and you talking about a street dude. I mean, how are we the same? What I do, you got to understand, I've done all this with little to no resources, with nothing basically. So you can't tell me anything because that's the true champion. The true champion isn't like a Mike Tyson who has trainers and, all that other stuff and telling him exactly what to do. And they got, money being put into him. It doesn't mean he's rich, but they'll put money into him as a project, right? And all that nonsense, and you got a dude that came basically from nothing out of nowhere. I'm better than him. Better, stronger, quicker, meaner. It, it's the truth. I could make a name in boxing anytime I want. I already have, but I do backyard. Why would I want to get in a league? See, that's the thing. They talk about like it makes you official. No, it makes you a scrub. I refuse to do leagues. I think it's corny. Y'all are gonna cheat anyway. We already know you're gonna cheat. Why would I enter something that I know you're gonna cheat? That'd be silly of me, bro. See what I'm saying? You have to cheat because I'm better than all of you. See what I'm saying? Like, and even if I win, what does it really prove? Nothing. The same concept that I've already proven in the street. The same thing, bro. Just coming up against a bunch of scrubs. That's the truth. Like, what? Y'all really be funny, man. Like, I think you're funny. I think y'all move funny style. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get it. On top of that, especially with everything I've been through, especially physically, you got to try to kind of minimize what you go through. That's just self preservation and being smart. Like I said, if you look at these other groups, you notice they have no self preservation skills. Have you ever noticed that? None. They don't understand the concept of self preservation. It's something that was hard for me, but I taught it to myself. because I was never that type of person. I was never cautious. I was always reckless as hell. So when you get these wannabes who want to talk reckless, yeah, you're not reckless. You don't know the meaning of reckless. Trust me. You looking at it. But I don't know. I'm blessed. I've been lucky to make it this far. Been lucky to accomplish so much. Just been blessed, man. Whole life I've been blessed. Got an anointing over my life. And that's the thing, you deal with people. I don't want people to kiss up. I don't expect people to treat me any differently, but that's the thing. You can tell who's an enemy. It was talking about it in that Joker video. I was listening to it yesterday, and it said, you want to know who your enemies are? It said, look at their eyes. You want to know what happened when I went over to that church group and they tried to bring me back over there and pull the okey doke on me? The minute I walked in, that weird, like cult like, disgusting, vile lady Geneva, the one that came from living under a bridge with Raul, and they're the team that are bad news. They're two demons and they need to be fired and resign from the position. And that's the only way that you're going to have an actual church group, right? And how do I put it? Like, you got the devil in a place that's supposed to be a place for God, bro. How's that going to work? Common sense. Miguel is another one. He's an agent of the devil. That's why he sits there and bows down and kowtows to Raul and is his little minion. He's a little you know what. That's the truth. Like that's the thing. They be trying to have little fake smiles on their face like you fooling someone. Like, no, y'all all evil, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, nah, y'all ain't worth my time. Let's sit there and pretend with me for what? I wouldn't mind doing the labor and doing the stuff if they had a good attitude and they treated me right, but they don't. Minute I walked in there, that lady, that Geneva lady who has so much to hide and did what she did, and like I know all the truth about you because you opened your mouth and said it. Like literally, I saw fear in her eyes, and she like put her head down and like looked down at the ground at the counter. So it's like, right, because y'all on something. That's what y'all did with that other dude. Who, like I said, he was there on court order. The dude from over there, I think, or wherever he was from, he was there on court order, bro. And y'all kept bothering him. I would testify on the stand if I could. Like I said, that's crazy, man. That means it might have really affected him, and he didn't understand the capacity how much it'll affect him because he was like in and out of prison. So like, if you were on parole or something, and they said you're by court order got to be here, and you leave, that's crazy, son. Because like now you're in violation. You see what I'm saying? So homeboy had to go back through the process. That's how predatory your system is. They court ordered him to go to a church home with demons. How does it get any worse than that? How can you say the system isn't designed against us? Why would we answer to it or care about anyone who works for it or anything they have to say when you can see this is some nonsense? And how dare you try to put anyone in that position? And who gives you the right? Who says y'all make the rules? Y'all don't make the rules, bro. Because what? Because y'all went to college and wasted all your time? Ha ha, that's what you deserve. You don't get any power over me because of that. Be quiet. Sit down. Feel me? All of y'all. All y'all the same, bro. Y'all talk like there's something I could do that people would not say the same things and that they do online hiding. They're gonna talk and be jealous no matter what I do. I could go become a Supreme Court judge and they're gonna still say put downs that don't exist. They said I was broke when I had like 300,000 in the bank. Y'all better wake up, man. Like what? Like I don't really want to be a judge because you technically usually I think have to be a Mason. You know what I mean? Attorney, lawyer, I'll try, but I'm going to come against all the Masons again through that I already defeated. And I mean, it'll be easy. I'll win again. Put them all in their place, and I'll win all of my cases because I'll be a great lawyer because I can argue. I never lose an argument, and I use facts. That's why. Feel me? So I mean, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to try to get through law school and do the bar exam. You know what I mean? And I think Christina and I are going to be doing real estate for sure. You know, I just don't want no pressure, man. You know, I mean, whatever I do, I'm not going to have any pressure on me. You know, I have to agree to whatever I do. Whatever I do, I just want to chill, man. Like I said, when she gets here, I mean, I'm still in charge. I make the decision. I wear the pants. She knows that. Like, I want to chill. Just like she said, she was her idea. She agrees. Like, we can go to the island and chill, but I ain't trying to stay around or stick around. I'm trying to get the hell out the valley. We got to go to like McAllen. I mean, not McAllen. San Marcos. Go check out the outlets. Go eat out there. We're gonna go have some fun, man. Ain't nothing down here worth nothing. Nothing. It's only because she likes it. So, like, I want to show it to her and have her enjoy it for what it's worth. But it gets old real quick down here. Especially the island. The island is boring as hell. It's alright to chill. You know what I mean? Have a drink or two or whatever. We could do that, but that's about it. Right after that, I think while we're handling our business, doing what we need to do, so I can try to deal with this license thing, so I can be able to drive and drive her around. Um, which I'll be able to do. I mean, it's not a problem. I mean, like I said, we just go head up to San Marcos, go stop at the outlets, go eat, probably go shop, whatever. Go San Antonio, run up through Austin. These people don't get it. I mean, this could be right around the corner, man. Like she's trying to do better. The minute that she's feeling better, and she finishes everything and gets everything negotiated, she's coming straight to me, man. I mean, imagine, bro. Imagine me, all these people running their mouth, and then all of a sudden we pop up in Austin and San Antonio with money, a lot of money, tons of money. That what? See what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. The minute that God gives me money, we'll never have to worry about money ever again. We'll never run out of money, nothing. And like I said, I'll be building businesses immediately. That's what I want to do. That's why I have to go up there with her. Got to go to San Antonio, check out business. And I'm good at talking to people. So I'll be talking to everybody business wise so I can figure out exactly how I want to set up the businesses. And we're going to build businesses. And I'll get businesses running everywhere if I can. Steadily over time. You gotta kind of pick a spot and start out. So I gotta figure out, and I think it's gonna be San Antonio. She already agreed with me. She likes all my ideas. She wants to be in the areas I want to be in. Like it's perfect. Christina listens to me. She really loves me. Like I said, that's the only person for me. That's the only woman for me. She's amazing. You know what I mean? And I just love you with all my heart. So please hear that. And I worry about you every day and I pray for you. But something just tells me I know you're gonna be okay. But like I said, my whole point is, you got them people like TJ was running their mouth, right? And like I said, I enjoy it. I use it as an example publicly because I'm gonna get paid to talk about everything. And imagine them running their mouth, and then all of a sudden Batman's in Austin, but with tons of money. See my point? And then Batman's coming down the block on bat pods and motorcycles with like the whole suit put together. Oh, I'll be getting a new cape. I'll be getting all that, bro. I won't just have a new cape. I'm gonna have a full-fledged suit, and I'll be able to alternate. I'll be wearing like medieval armor as Batman. Like it's gonna look downright like terrifying. Like, do y'all not understand? Like imagine like in a medieval armor type Batman, okay, that looks like a whole demon basically, and riding on bat pods. That's the point. And it's armor. So like people can say what they want. If you I mean, they have bulletproof clothing now. I want to use that. I want to incorporate that underneath, of course. That's the first layer. Then you've got like you can do whatever. You could have stuff with Kevlar inserts if you want, right? For like padding in like shirts. On top of that, like you don't want it to be too heavy. That's the thing. You know what I mean? Christina's going to help me build the suits. You know what I mean? But the suit is supposed to be proofed and covered everywhere. You know what I mean? As much as possible. So it's like I should be an invincible, immortal, and completely unstoppable Batman. And then who's fast and quick like me. And then I'm gonna have more resources. I'm gonna be able to eat what I want, do what I want, train where I want. I already got all the resources set up, man. Yo, it's crazy, son. Like, it's gonna be the craziest thing Austin's ever seen. It's gonna be the craziest thing any place has ever seen. And we're gonna go all over the country. Like, what? Yeah, I'll have a business and then like I'll be Batman. Like, do you not understand that? Yo, it's crazy, son. Like, what? I could have the business running and be working as Batman while the business is being run. I'm like, what? And come right back and check on my business. Like, owners don't have to do much. You know, you're not a manager, right? I mean, you don't have to do much. If you're going to start running it by yourself, that's fine. But, like, even then, like, we'll have help. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying, man. People funny, bro. We'd probably not even going to have to be around all the time to have our business run. I think that's what we should do. Open up a restaurant, definitely in Austin. I think that's a great idea. Like straight up go ahead and outdo that other aunt of mine on the other side that she's another jealous witch who was sitting there trying to big up that cousin who was the number one whatever in the military. Yeah, and he was on steroids and he was a scrub. Wow, I'm real impressed. Not. Like what? He ain't me. Tell you that. Yeah, he was on all them roids. He ain't nowhere near as strong as me. In his prime, he couldn't come close to me. He's older now because I was a kid. Feel what I'm saying? Like what? I'm all natural. So who's better? Right. Man, I had people in my own family try to tell me that a long time ago. I'm better than you. How are you better than me? I never cared about that. I already knew that was some nonsense. I just don't play like that. You better than me? That what? Listen to the way you talk. Y'all can't even control your you know what. Like what? People are hilarious. You like Rob Rack. Real talk. Talking about, I had to take a shower 4 or 5 times this morning. Ha ha. Oh man, another narc who can't control his you know what. You hilarious. Y'all pathetic, man. You better than me. That'll be the day. What's yours? Your phase because you know I'm better than you. Always be better than you. I was always better than you. Always be wealthier than you. Always be better off than you. Real talk. Always be richer than you too, because being rich is wealth. Like I said, cash means nothing. Cash is just what you spend. That's all. If you got what you need, you straight. And you wealthy, you good. You made it. I don't know what these people are talking about, especially for people who don't make or have any money and are online begging every day. It just don't make no sense. So that's what I'm saying. Like I only talk to people who are realistic. If you're not at my level, you're not at my level. You know what I'm saying? That's all. So like I said, man, for me personally, I say let people do what they do, man. We gonna keep on winning over here, and that's about it. Feel me? Like I said, monetized on top of everything else I told you I got. Like he's straight, bro. But yeah, I want to do all that. I want to come through San Antonio as Batman, Austin. You have to understand these places are going to be going crazy when they see me. I mean, you're talking about a Batman that looks official as hell and is official as hell, running the streets, coming through these major cities on bat pods and stuff. You think people ain't going to be paying attention? People are going to be pointing like, wow, what is that? People are going to want autographs. Like, it's like Christina said, I didn't really think about it or understand it till she said it, but she said, she's like, I think the Batman thing is going to get so huge, it's unbelievable. And yeah, that makes a lot of sense now that I think of it, but like I said, I do want to make sure that, when we're going to be going out to eat a lot, that we're not bothered. But like I said, my suit, it may be impossible to ID me anyway. So maybe people won't know it's me. I don't know. I mean, either way, I'm going to be doing my content though. So I'm going to be gaining celebrity and fame. You feel me? So I don't know, man. I might just have to do it as me. Because that's the thing, you kind of got to stand on what you do. I don't ever want to be someone that runs and hides from anything. You know what I mean? Which I wouldn't be, but I just got to see what's smarter. I don't know. We'll see. I think it would work either way, personally. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I think you're gonna have to protect your identity because, like I said, I mean that's the problem is that if you're Batman, you're gonna have some problems and issues, right? And like that's the thing, is that's going to be the best footage, especially for the movie and film that I either want to make or have them make about me. And that's what it's all about. That's why I'm doing all this, half the reason. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to cover my face completely and hide my identity. And like I said, I'll tell y'all straight up what I'm gonna do. Not you gets nothing. But I will tell you this: I'll be running this channel obviously if I can, right? Which I'm sure I will, and we'll be doing couples content. It's all just gonna help me. It's gonna be in place to where you're not gonna y'all are just not gonna understand what's going on or have a clue. I'm sure that at some point people are gonna suspect and be like, well, this guy's Batman. You know what I mean? They're gonna kind of connect the dots. It's common sense, but they're gonna be like, that's probably him. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, I'm gonna be like a Batman you can't really ID. And like I said, I mean, we're gonna have too much money, man. That's what y'all don't get. That's the whole point of Batman. Batman is like an untouchable outlaw. Like I don't mind or care about any of that. You know what I mean? I really don't, because there's ways to move around. You know what I mean? Especially when you got money. When you got money, man, there's ways to do everything you need to do and move around. And like I said, everything I'm gonna be doing is legal and the right thing anyway. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. There might not be no point in trying to cover my identity. It might just be, I tell you straight up what it is. I mean, it for sure would help, with the YouTube thing, but I really want to create another channel so that I can show y'all all the action videos. That's the thing. This isn't a joke, man. This is the future, man. Like I said, I don't care what nobody says, man. The world, they want vigilante justice. I'm just telling you straight up. This is not something where I can sit here and be cute about it. I mean, that's what they want, bro. So, I'm just saying, if I could build other YouTube channels off of this from scratch. You get a YouTube channel and you start putting up videos of a Batman that's an actual action, okay? Like, do you think people ain't gonna watch that? People are gonna go crazy over that, man. You know how many views that'll get? And I could connect it to this one. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I think I'm gonna have to just stand on business and do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I got to figure it out, man. I really don't know. I think I'm gonna have to hide my identity. But like I said, I mean, I think it'll just be to the point that I have enough money that it doesn't matter. I really do. But I think that it'll be at the point too. If anybody asks me, like, "Is that you?" No, that's not me. I would never do such a thing. You see my channel. You see my point. The channel helps because I'd be like, "Nah, that's some other crazy guy." Like that's literally the way it has to be. Because the thing is, if like the suits that I'm in, right? If they cover my face, do y'all understand I can't be ID'd? It's just the truth. I can't be ID'd. They can guess all they want. People could be like, "Yeah, that's you." No, that's you, but you can't legally prove it. Do you see what I'm saying? You can't, because if you make an assumption and you're wrong, then I'm an innocent man, and then that's a whole lawsuit. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, it's not like I'm doing anything that's not the right thing to do or not legal. Oh, it's all exactly what I need to be doing. But it's all standing up. And like I said, I just know I'm going to be coming up against a lot of different groups, individuals, and people, and I can't play around about it. But I just think that everything will shift the right way because, God got me, man. I'm not worried. I know God got me. But, I'm not going to sit here and act like it's going to be all sunshine and rainbows either. I don't think it's going to be all sunshine and rainbows all the time. I don't at all. I think that it takes somebody special to embark on this kind of journey. That's what I think. Just me, I don't care, man. I care about what's right. I care about doing the right thing, and all this stuff, it has to be done. I've always been larger than life, man. All this following rules and being part of a society stuff, it was never for me, man. It's never for me, man. I was always built different, and I'm built the way you're supposed to be. Feel me? That's the thing. I'm not here to follow rules. I'm here to break the rules and make new ones. I make the rules. Feel me? So, like I said, I'm just saying. How do I put it? I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna be in the right in everything I do anyway. So, but I just think I personally feel like it might be good to hide my identity. I think that's part of the concept of being Batman. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens. Literally. But that's my thing. Like if somebody asked, I'd be like, nah, bro, I don't do that. That's not me. You know what I mean? Because I always have an excuse because I have this channel. So this channel, we're gonna be doing couples content and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just it's hilarious. And I control the perception on this channel. I do. I have full control of their perception. You know, so that's what I'm saying. If somebody's like, "Is that you?" Like, I know that's you, but you don't know because you can't see my face. You feel me? You don't know. There's no way to prove it. I mean, there's you do not have sufficient proof. You're just making a random assumption. It could be anyone. Do you get what I'm saying? Just because what I do Batman content and I talk about these things. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I can control the perception in so many different ways and adjust it. Even God told me that I control the perception and that's necessary. So I don't know. I ain't worried, man. I know God will show me the way. He'll show me the perfect way to go about doing things. I know that. I just like thinking about it. But I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. But like I said, I wanna be doing this. I want to be doing the Batman thing out in Cali and everything, man. I might bring it to Los Angeles. Like I said, there's nothing pretty about it, man. I'm a thug and a gangster, so it's just different because you know the streets is not ready for Batman, man. That's the truth. It's not that I'm not ready for the street. The streets aren't ready for me. That's what I'm saying. Like everything I train for, you think I do all this for no reason? Like I'm an outlaw, bro. I'm going in the world and I'm changing things for real. And like I said, Batman is untouchable. I'm gonna be impossible to catch too. That's what people don't understand. Like I'm gonna have bat paws, Batmobiles. I'm gonna be constantly on the move. I'm too strong. I'm too fast. I have like no fear. I'm in a suit that's proof for everything. Do you understand when I'm in this suit that I'm trying to make? I mean, we're talking about I'm probably gonna have lenses that are bulletproof for my eyes that I can like press a button and they toggle and they cover my eyes. Do you not get it? I mean, what happens if I have to move through something? You see my point? If I have to move through something, I got to have those eyes covered before I do it. That way my eyes are okay. The suit is supposed to be that's how well it has to be put together. It has to be like completely covered. Like no holes in it, no places for things to get through. Like no, it's supposed to be like I can literally like come through every like the way Batman goes into, whatever when he's doing his thing in the movie, it's got to be just like that where I can just move through whatever I need to. That's the point. People have never seen anything like this. So the point is you get that and then like I said, when I'm done being Batman for the day or for the night, I go back to my honey Christina, get some sleep with my wife, right? Chill, eat Chinese food, relax, have fun. Feel me? And like I said, I mean, everything I do, I just know that I'm always going to do the right thing anyway, so I'm really not worried, but I'm just saying there's probably going to be some situations that, get ugly. It's just common sense. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it is what it is, but I mean, people are just going to feed off that. They're going to love that online. I know that stuff is going to do tons of views. You know what I mean? Because I'm not backing down to nothing and nobody, bro. That's the thing. When they try to paint New York and stuff and all these places, oh, they're so bad. They're so tough, Los Angeles, bro. I've been dealing with these folks in the street my entire life, bro. If I'm if I'm already running the streets without a bat suit, I always was. If I'm already been this dude everywhere I went, I've been this dude in Atlanta. Okay, I mean, do you really think that there's much that's new to me? Not really. See, the thing is, y'all wanna just have your little fake stuff going on. I mean, basically everybody, all the civilians in society, they want to live fake lives. You don't train for what I train for. You know what I mean? Like me, I have an actual desire and need to have all out you know what and go to all out you know what. Like that's what I train for. Like I'm addicted to it. I have to have it. Like I need the challenge. I need the adrenaline rush. So it's like we're just built different. You see what I'm saying? That's the point. So it's like I'm just being myself, bro. That's what a lot of people I think don't understand. This isn't out of character for me. This is who I am. Straight up. This is what I do, who I am. That's why I don't let people talk to me funny. I don't like when people try to act like they're something they're not or you're tough. Like, don't do it with me, bro, because I'm tougher than anybody. Trust me. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is what I do, bro. I make a career being a thug, being a gangster, being tough. What do you do? See what I'm saying? And I built this out of nothing. This company don't even pay me right. Imagine how much heart that takes. Been doing this for 2 years, dude. Plus, like what? And like I said, no, I'm getting somewhere with everything I'm doing. It's taking time. It's gradual and it's slow. It's gonna be slow because we just chilling. We just paying what we need to pay and living and being kind of sedentary and chilling. That's what you're supposed to do, especially when you're retired, right? Retired. So like I said, I make perfect sense. I don't know about the rest of you. You all don't make any, but I do. I built my own system, man. It's my own thing, bro. Like I said, this is all independent. I do what I want to do. I mean, I'm not really worried about the system or what anyone has to say about it. I'm not asking for your opinion. And Batman has no jurisdiction. That's the worst part of it all is Batman don't got to listen to nobody. Real talk. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm just being honest. Like anybody with a word of objection to Batman, the truth is Batman has no jurisdiction. Batman can address and confront anybody. That's what Batman did in every cartoon, every movie. He would go confront these villains. People said his name, he'd pop up out of nowhere and fly over there with his wings and, like literally be on top of the building. Like that's the capacity of the type of Batman that you're looking at. You get the point? So people can't run their mouth at me. They're not going to want to because that's the truth. Batman will pay them a visit. Yes, that's common sense. Batman ain't hearing nothing, bro. Batman ain't going for no games. Batman ain't faking it. Batman don't fake the funk. Like Batman just don't run his mouth and don't talk and don't self snitch like y'all. See what I'm saying? Like, no, it's not gonna happen, man. Like I said, and if news outlets report on me, they better report on me correctly. 100%. You know what I mean? Like, there's no more justifying or being nice. It's just people need to come correct and they don't have a choice now. People have to, if they're going to say my name, you need to put respect on my name, my family crest, and talk about me with respect. We're not tolerating anything else. You're going to talk about me the right way and you're going to report the truth. See my point? Oh, I promise you, you are. I don't care who you are. Feel me? So it's like, it's easy now. It's just gonna get easier as we go. Like I said, this is pure domination here. I'm not asking nobody for nothing. I do what I want to do. No jurisdiction. Feel me? So that gives me the ability to change and influence so much. It's unbelievable. And that's why I believe you do have to hide your identity once we get to this other level with it. You know what I mean? But like I said, we'll see what happens, man. I mean, I'm excited for New York, man. Real talk. I'm excited for New York. I don't want to live in New York. We will not be living in New York by any means. I just want to spend like some time there and try to do it up there and see how it goes because I know that it's going to be interesting and I'm figuring that I'm going to get my fair share of action and excitement. And I just know that it's something most people wouldn't want to do because you're literally walking right. I mean, you're asking for it. You're walking right into a bunch of nonsense and you already know what you're looking at and it's nothing good. It's things that people run away from anybody normal and I'm leaning into it. So it's like we're just not the same, man. Like we're not. And this is not like thrill seeking. This is just what I'm meant to do. You feel me? So, and like I said, at the end of the day, I'm going to be actually studying everyone and everything and figuring out who the real criminals are and the real corruption and what's really going on. And I'm just going to make sure I have an influence to adjust things for the better. And that's what it's all about. I mean, these legal organizations have to be paid attention to by somebody like Batman. They have to have a Batman on there, you know what, because that's the only way it's ever going to stop. I have to figure out who's really doing all this trafficking and all these different things. I got to figure out who's who and what's going on. Batman is the world's greatest detective. Feel me? So, like I said, I'm always basically going to be independently licensed because I'm licensed by God Himself. I don't need anything. You understand? Like, I'm just Batman. So I do what Batman do. You don't like it? Do something about it. It ain't going to work because God got me. Feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting, bro. You know, we ain't going to have to justify nothing, bro. You people can't justify your hate. We don't have anything to justify. Trust me, I am justice. I am justice. I am vengeance. I am Batman. That's right. And people are going to continue to love it. And it is what it is. But like I said, we doing it all over the nation and all over the world, man. We probably got to get Putin in check too. He's a little bit out of control. Little Putin. Little Putin. Putin is a coward. All of them are, especially politicians. And I'm an independent politician. I'm different. And I'm a braveheart. So, like I said, I'm the president of the streets, man. Feel me? But that's why it's funny. It's just funny when people try to downplay it. I'm sure in a lot of people's eyes, especially down here, they're like looking at me like, "Oh, he's just a guy who dresses up," or like, "You have no idea." Not at all. I'm the realest thing ever. Some people stop, like it'd be two dudes too and stuff, and they'll stop. They're like working guys, and they'll be talking about, "Are you the real Batman?" That was cool. I was talking to him on the mic for a little bit, and then I went in the place. But you know, when people recognize it, that part's pretty cool, man. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing. Like, people respect it. I don't think I'm going to have any problems because I think everybody respects it. I think everyone has to respect it to some extent. And they're not going to have a choice because, like I said, the suit I'm going to be in is going to be like completely proof, bro. Like indestructible. So, I mean, there's not much anyone can really do with me or say to me anyway because I get to do whatever the hell I want. It's my decision. Like, that's the point. The point is to get me to the point that I just can't be stopped at all. And then I just have free will to go where I want, do what I want, move through whatever obstacles in my way. And that's the point. Like, the point is, people don't get, why do you think we do all this training, bro? I'm trying to get to the point I can move through anything, move through walls if I have to, literally. I don't care what people think, bro. You understand? This is something the world has never seen. Like, yeah, when y'all get to see this Batman in action, trust me, the world's gonna pay attention. It's gonna make the news. The news is gonna be like, dude, this dude, like literally, like just like in the movie, like I'm surreal, bro. I'm something from like a whole nother planet. And it's just crazy because I give a lot of thanks to my father too, man. My father was always larger than life, and without him, none of this would have happened too, and without God. So I give all credit and glory to God and to my father, but I love my father, man. But, like I said, just like in the movie when they're like, he's flying over rooftops, like it's gonna be just like that, bro. Identical to that. Batman is gonna come out of nowhere and be this like superhuman force that nobody ever imagined or could fathom. And I have the ability to influence things. I'm the angel of you know what, an angel of justice. I'm an actual earth angel. I'm an angel walking on 2 feet. I mean, it's just different. So I just believe that God will show me the way, man. I have faith. I truly do. You know what I mean? But that's the point of it. Like, you know what I mean? If I'm ever at a point where I have to move or do have to run from anything or anyone, not out of fear, but out of being smart, right? Well, Batman is going to be totally equipped to run because we're gonna have motorcycles, bat pods, hideouts. Y'all don't even get it, bro. Like I'm not y'all thinking about y'all. You see, y'all do everything normal scale. Y'all want to just get regular places and spots. I'm talking about creating whole hideouts and getting actual caves and bat caves and making sure they're livable. Okay, I'm talking about like, why do you think he was in a bat cave? Because he had to be away from the human population kind of in hiding. He's not really hiding, but he's got to be private where nobody knows where the hell Batman is. It's the same thing with me. I have to create these nuances to live off grid, man. Christina will do it all with me. She'll love it. I'm pretty sure she wants to live off grid. I think she wants to do country stuff. Like, she's just the perfect girl for me. She's the only one for me. But like I said, and I want to do research on caves too because I want our estate to be possibly built. I don't know. I don't want it to cost too much money though, because that costs millions of dollars. I want an estate that looks like the one in Batman vs Superman. I've seen the pictures of it. I have them, and it's beautiful, man. It's a whole estate. It has everything there. He had like oxygen tanks or tanks of stuff. Like I don't know if it was CO2, all sorts of stuff. Like I want all that stuff that he got, and I want it to be built like just like other facilities and stuff like that. Like I want it to be built like that. Like the building zone. I want it to be built that way, but then I want it to be structured where it looks like a cave or part of it is a cave, like a man-made cave. There's my baby. Mm, tell her I'm live. All right. But yeah, I want to do some research on caves, man, too. I don't know, like, you can't just go get a random cave and just move into the cave. It doesn't quite work like that because there's, methane and all sorts of vapors and gas down there, and you don't want to do that, trust me. But um I need to research. Austin had those caves, that facility. Imagine if we got enough money to buy like the Austin caves that were already like good to go. Can you imagine how cool that would be? I think that'd be pretty cool. To like see, like I wouldn't want to sleep in a cave. That's what I'm saying. Like it would have to be an estate on top, and then like maybe have like an underground man-made built cave or something like. But see, like if I own that, like if I own those caves, I would like bring my computers in there and everything, and then I would just use that like as my little bat cave hideout. You know what I mean? And like people couldn't just walk in there. I would make like security and everything to where like people can't even get in no matter what they do. You know what I mean? And they're not going to want to, but it's like I would want the estate on top. That way I'd go in the cave, I'd have my computers there. Like it doesn't have to be like a huge cave part. It can be slightly small, just a little facility part. And you have the TV screens there. Hold on. Man, I'm sick of these gnats flying in my mouth. But yeah, like I said, estate on top, little bat cave built, maybe underground or whatever. I'm trying to think. Then I had that dream too that was showing me like a place with like a kitchen next to a jacuzzi. I could recreate that. I never forgot it. I had the dream the other day and I haven't forgotten it. I remember how it's set up somewhat. It was like, but that's the only part I really remember. The other parts is a little more vague. I kind of remember, but they weren't that great. But I get like ideas too, which I figure everything comes from God. But um, I don't know. I just want it to be beautiful. I want Christina to have everything beautiful. I want her to have a beautiful life with me and be happy. But like I said, I don't know. I just know God is going to show me the way, man. There's like I'm just rattling thoughts off, but there's really no question on nothing. I have the whole blueprint in my mind already for how we're going to move and what we're going to do and how we're going to do it and what we need to do. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm just excited, man. Like truly. But see, that's the thing. God told me like God told me those Joker videos tell me it tells me all the time like don't hold back, don't play Mr. Nice Guy, like show them who you really are. You know what I mean? And that's the whole thing. Like I'm gonna have so much power. It's unbelievable, man. It's just like the movie because it's like actual real power, like unkept power. You know what I mean? No more Mr. Nice Guy, no more faking it, no more. That's why, like I said, I've never even taken matters to court. I'm not going to have to. That's the truth. Batman has no jurisdiction. Batman has the power to just roll up anywhere, control everything, run everything, tell people what to do. I mean, it's just going to be something out of this world, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm trying to. I'm not comfortable with even like one spot. I'm trying to have multiple spots, and I want to have stuff that's off grid and everything. Like I don't know if we'll get to the point we can build our own stuff. Like they have these masons do it on YouTube. If they can do it, we could do it. I mean, what if we just found places off grid in different places, countries, islands, stuff like that, as long as they're somewhat safe? Because I want to make sure, because they have to be safe. I want Christina safe with me, and she will be with me because I'll protect her at all costs, of course. But just they have to be safe places. And man, I would do that, bro. We just show up and build like estates, log wooden cabins and stuff like that. Why not? If the Masons do it, anything you Masons do, I can do a million times better, straight up. But I don't know. I don't really want to be the one who builds it because I don't want it like falling apart or something. You know what I mean? But I don't know. We'll figure it out. I just want different spots, man. They ain't even got to all be like too big. Like I'm easily satisfied. You know what I mean? Like I don't need like a whole bunch of room. That's what people don't get. I just need a little spot. Like, even like when he did the whole Batman operation, he had that little warehouse and it was just that one part and he was able to do everything in there and he built it all in there and then he actually like got rid of it all at the end if you remember. Like that's the thing. You just need like a confined space for a time and that's it. You know what I mean? So it's like I want different spots. I want to be liquid. That's why like all the people here I really can't stand and don't deal with because it's like, nah, bro, y'all had opportunities to help me. And when I asked y'all for a little bit of help or just for one small thing or anything, y'all was talking about, oh, no, I ain't got nothing. I can't do this. You're sitting there changing stories, talking about, oh, yeah, you good. You could do this. Then it's, oh, no, I can't, and making excuses. So it's like, no, I ain't got no time for fair weather fake people. That's all. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, people could have been providing me with more opportunities and ways to do what I need to do. It would have helped me tremendously, man. It would have helped me so much, bro. It would have gotten me where I could really do what I need to do and where I'm good and I don't have to worry about all the stuff I got to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all don't get it, bro. Y'all could be helping me this entire time. Y'all all just sit there. None of you donate. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? But that's what I want. I want liquid, different spots, and off the grid stuff, all sorts of stuff. We're going to be camping too and stuff. So it's all going to be perfect. I ain't worried about nothing. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Honey, I love you.